Alright, let's figure out how to decode people using the preference, which means preference-based leadership. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Patrick Stahl and I'm the lead trainer at Perfect Life. Now, preference-based communication, preference-based leadership and development, it's all part of the same monster, so to speak. It's based on Jungian theory, and that's where you find most of the classic personality assessment instruments like Myers-Briggs and DISC, the different red, yellow, green, blue, whatever you are. Now, for us to understand, this is a way to just judge people's preference, nothing else. It doesn't say anything about actual behavior, which means that we have to be a bit careful here. It means that we cannot just say, you're like this, you're like that, and forever you'll be just like that. Take me, for example. Every Myers-Briggs, Jungian, DISC, or whatever instrument that I've taken has said, Patrick, you're an almost extreme introvert. Now, I work with this for a living. I do keynotes in front of hundreds or thousands of people, and that's a skill set. It's not a preference. My preference is introversion. That's where I gather my energy. So let's just look at this for a while. So here you have extroversion, introversion. You have sensing and intuition. You have thinking and feeling. And then you have judging and perceiving. Now these are the four polarities when you look at these preference-based communication styles. It means that you can be, when it comes to energy, you can be introversion, kind of like me, or you can be extroversion, where you get your energy in interactions with other people. Now an extrovert and an introvert can enjoy a conversation equally. But we introverts, we kind of need to go away afterwards and recharge our batteries. Extroversion, they get their recharge when they are talking to that other person. Now, that's just one. Then we go down to information. How do we prefer, remember, preference. How do we prefer to give information or receive information? Sensing people, they want to give information and receive information with the different senses, like tactile, or they want the details of things. They want to know that first this, then that, then this, then that. They actually read the manuals to IKEA furniture before they try to assemble them. Now, people on the intuition side of the scale, they want to look at the big picture. How does everything fit together? They want to know metaphors, or what is this like? And that means that you have different ways of communicating, different preferences. And remember, it doesn't mean that one side cannot understand the other one. It's just that it takes some more energy to understand the other perspective. It's a preference. You can have skill set for the other side. Now, for me, for example, I'm on intuition, which means that I like to say stuff in metaphors. If people tell me to give exact detail and step by step, I can do that. It's not my natural instinct. So, moving down to how we make decisions. You have thinkers, thinking. It means that you have a logical approach for things. You do a pro and con, and then you make a decision. And then you have the feelers. They want to know the consequence of a decision for the people involved. They want to listen to their gut feeling and what the senses say, that this is how I feel about this decision. So none of these are better or worse. None of these are faster or slower. It's just a different preference. Moving to the final one, lifestyle. Now, what does lifestyle mean? It just means how would I like to have my day-to-day or my month or my year arranged? And if you are there on the left side, judging, it means that you want more structure, planning, and in advance to check this, to know that that is already arranged. And on the other side, the perceiving, it means that you want to go deep into this very moment. It means that you don't like to have all these things planned for your vacation because you just want to experience your vacation. You won't mind if someone says, hey, we booked this boat trip. You will say that's nice, but if people have planned everything for every day of the vacation, suddenly you go like, it's not much vacation, is it, with all these stuff planned? So it's just a different preference. Now, when do you need which? Of course, you need people who can do really proper planning and who will take satisfaction in you knowing that we have everything planned. But when the shit hits the fan, you also need people who can say, okay, so the plan is not working. What do we do? What can we do here from here with what we have. And those who are really strong Js, they will say, we know things have gone really weirdly now, but we still have the original plan. Can we just stick to that? Even if we know that it's not working? Please? So, again, these 4 polarities are just preferences. But if you know who you're working with, if you, for example, guess and say, I think you are detail sensing, and I think you consider people's emotions and how it feels to make that decision, then it's easier for you to communicate with that person. But mostly this is about not making the stupid assumption that this is how people are. Because then you'll look at someone like me and you'll say, hey, you're an extrovert. And then you'll misread every tiny little cue that I give you, that when the meeting is over, I don't want to hang back and, have a beer or something like that. I need some alone time to recharge my batteries so that I can reach my full potential the next day. And if I'm giving you metaphor after metaphor to get you to understand, and not just asking, how do you want your information? Do you want lots of detail, or do you want like big picture, how it's connected to other things, or what it is like? If I don't ask you that question, I might make the wrong assumption. So preference-based leadership and preference-based development, it means that we have conversations where we talk about, what do you prefer and what do I prefer, so that we can work much better together.